Okay, these are going to be the level 1 questions for the practice test 2. Okay, all right, so we're going to start with the evaluating. So what I want to do is I want to put negative 15 in there. Okay, so let me clear this out. All right, I got negative 2. The absolute value sign's right here. I have parentheses, and then I got plus 6. So I want to put negative 15 inside of here. Okay, plus 6. Okay, all right. And that gives me negative 18, which happens to be B. Okay, all right. Here's one where I have to put these in. All right, so I'm going to put in A here. I'm going to put in C there. And I'm going to put in B there. Okay, so I got 5 functions. Scroll all the way down to the bottom. That one, 3. Click inside of there. 8, close. Click outside. Then I got minus. Okay. All right, and then I got C, which is negative 4. Close it. Then I got square root of B, square root, parentheses, B is 16. Okay, click over, and then that's going to be a plus 9. That gives me 35, which will be B. Okay. All right, same thing. I want to put these in here, okay? That's going to be 3, a parenthesis, negative 1, close the parentheses, square it, minus parentheses, 3 for y, square it. I get negative 6, which would be C. Okay, which graph best represents this? So what I want to do is I want to type these graphs in. Anytime they ask me to type to graph, I want to type those graphs in. So y equals negative 4 divided by 3. I'm going to click over here, x plus 2. Okay, all right, so if I look at my graphs, well, I know it's not this one, and I know it's not this one. Let's take a look down here, see if I can see those. Okay, all right, now I might want to take a look at where that crosses the x-axis, or y-axis crosses at 2 and 2, okay? Where does that cross here? 1.5. That's probably the better bet right there for that one, okay? Which has exactly one x-intercept and one y-intercept, okay? So one of each, that would be this one. It's just letter B, okay? All these are questions I can do without a pencil, all right? Ordered pair, as a reminder, when you have 2 lines, and they want a solution, you're trying to find where it crosses, okay? All right, so I got 2x minus 7y equals 0. I think that's x minus 6y equals negative 5, I think. Let's see. 7, 2. That's my answer, F. Okay? All right, question 7. This is where the solution would be. Now, what I want to do, some people will think that's either 4, 3 or 3, 4. All right, well, if you want to see where that is, and you don't want to guess, 3, 4 would be here. So ask yourself, look at that example. Is that where 3, 4 would be? All right, and the answer is no. It's going to be 4, 3. That's about a better location, all right? Also right than left, but 4, 3, you can type that in, all right? That easy. All right, 8, it's another one we type in, 2 lines, okay? X plus y equals 4, x minus y equals 2. Find out where it crosses, 3 and 1, which would be letter H, okay? All right, question 9. All right, what is a real 0? So remember, if you have one line and they ask for a solution, a root, a 0, or an x-intercept, we're going to graph this, and we're going to look at where it crosses the x-axis, okay? All right, I don't need to type the 0 in. So it's x squared minus 7x plus 10, crosses here, 2, crosses at 2 and 5, which would be letter A. Another one, graph, equation, solution. Once again, type that in, x squared minus 2x minus 8, crosses here at negative 2, crosses here at 4, All right, negative 2 and 4, C. Okay. 11, another one, find the equation, find the solution. Okay, so that's 2x squared plus 5x plus 3. All right, I might have to zoom in for that one. Negative 1.5 and negative 1. I know it's not this one. I know it's not this one. What was the other one? What was one of them? Negative 1. Got to be this one. Once again, if you need to check the other decimal, you could always divide it. Okay. Question 12. Select all the correct answers. I have exactly 1, 0. So what I want to do with all these, this is really easy. Just got to type these in. All right. So this has 2, so that's not what I want. Okay, this one has 1, so that's a possibility. Okay, these ones where you have to select it, you have to try all of them. Notice how I'm not typing in any of the g of x stuff. This has none. Okay. Okay, this only has 1, so that's another one of them. Okay, this has 2, so that's the only ones you have for that. Okay, wait, I think 13's at the bottom here. Okay, here's another one of these ones you got to type in. Okay, once again, what I would do here is I would do 3 divided by 6, click over, equal sign, 2 divided by 5, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click in the spots, and I'm going to put the x minus 7, and I'm going to click in that spot up there and put the x plus 5. Okay, and that answer, okay, all right, is 21.6. I think that's a, no, that should be a 3. Whoops, I'm sorry, that should be a 3. All right, so that answer is negative 17. Okay, let's go to question 14. This is another one-liner. 3x minus 20 equals negative 2x. Okay. Right there is 4. Right there is my answer. Okay? All right, which is not a function. So anytime your vertical line crosses, this is not. Okay? Here, all of these, not. This, not. Even if you have a vertical line, if you ever do a vertical line on top of a vertical line, that's also not. Okay? This one would be the only one that would be my answer. Okay, which one is not a function? Okay, we just talked about this. If I do this one over top, this is not. All these would be yeses. Okay, so not a function. Okay, also looking for x's repeating. Okay, got a double, so this is not. This is fine. This repeats. This is not. 2 lines from that. That is a not. Okay, so my answer here is this one. Okay, this one I just want to graph it. Okay, y less than or equal to negative 1 divided by 3. Click over here for x plus 2. Okay, home button. All right, obviously it's above, shaded there. This is the best answer. Okay, 19, the inequalities. Now what I want to do is I want to see where it crosses the x. And as a reminder, it's this or this for shade right. This or this for shade left. Okay? If you have a dashed line, it's these. If you have a solid line, it has a line underneath of it. Okay? So all I got to do, type negative 2x plus 3 greater than 7. Okay? All right? So that's negative 2, and since it's shaded left, and then the thing is dashed, that's what you would have. Okay? All right, so that would be this one. All right? Question 20, same deal. I want to type this in. I got negative x plus 4 minus 2 greater than, okay, 2x plus 6. Okay? Now, that's at negative 4. Okay? Now, that would be x is less than -4. Well, I can see that it can't be this one, it can't be this one. Now, since it's got the dashed line means open circle, that first one's got to be your answer. Okay? Now, these are two line inequalities. Now, for these, we want to find the darkest area. All right, so what I would do is I type this in, y greater than 1 divided by 2, click over here, x plus 1, then I got y plus 3x less than or equal to 6, okay? I have the darkest area would be this area here. And so what I want to do is I want to load these points in to see which ones are in there. So you can see that's not an answer, okay? All right. 1, 2. That one's in there. That's part of the answer, okay? 2, 1, 2, 0, okay? 2, 0. Now, that ended up on the line, but not on this line that's touching the darkest region, so that can't be it. And then 4, 6. So you just got to put all these in. That one's not as well. So the only answer there is that one, okay? 22, they want you to pick the inequalities so this works, okay? So what you want to do on this, okay? All right, I'm going to type, I'm just going to type a random one in there. 1 divided by 2, click over here, x plus 2, okay? Then I'm going to put, now look, I graphed that first line, okay? Now, first of all, that first line did not end up being solid. So I know that it's got to at least have this part underneath of it, because that's this line, all right? Now, let's put the other one. I got 2x plus 5y, let's say greater than y, okay? Now, this is okay because it's got the dash, but my shading is off here, okay? My shading is off because my darkest area has got to be this one. So let's see if I just change that. So you just got to play around with this a little bit and see what happens. If I do that, is that the darkest area? That is the darkest area, okay? All right? So that's what you would pick. You'd pick this one as greater than or equal to. Okay, this one is less than, all right? So I think you're going to have to do that with the show your work. Oh, I always got to pick it down here. All right. So that one would be that and that. So that's this one. Okay. 23. That is a level 2 question, which we'll get to in the next video. So those are level 1 and level 2.